Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Benny. Now, as promised, here's the complete Mortarbait matchup guide. I tried to include as many matchups as possible for you guys. Now, if you do enjoy this, I would really appreciate a like and a comment down below. And if you aren't subscribed, we are almost at 1,000, so it would mean the world to me if you were able to subscribe. But at the end of the day, I just hope that this helps you guys out. Feel free to leave any questions down below if you have any. I am more than happy to answer any questions and help you guys out with anything. And, use the timestamp down below to find the exact matchup that you need. But anyways, that's enough of me. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, if you guys see me using the bomber and poison version versus the spear goblins version, don't overthink it too much. The way that I play the deck is pretty much the exact same. I'm just doing it based off of my matchups. So I'm playing a lot of Mother Witch today, so I'm running Fireball. And I'm playing a lot of Hog Rider for some reason today, so I've swapped in for these spear goblins just because they give me a little bit more of a cheaper opportunity to get damage. So that's just, something to kind of keep in mind. If I'm swapping individual cards out, it's really not a big deal. I wouldn't overthink it too much. And, the way that I'm playing these matchups is the exact same. It's just specific cards that lead to very specific interactions. So don't worry too much. This guy's got Mother Witch. He's going to drop a poison there, which was really aggressive. I'm going to go ahead and Skeleton Barrel one side and Mortar the other side. I don't want that Mortar to go into the poison. And then he's going to have to pick which side he counters. And okay, so we get some nice damage there on both sides. Mortar shots are very good on the left side, and we got some Skeleton Barrel damage on the right side, and he actually had to use his wall breakers there. So let's go ahead. If he plays something against these spear goblins, I'm going to go ahead and Goblin Gang this left side, because that would be a pretty big mistake, I think. So let's go ahead and play our Goblin Gang on this side. There's the Mother Witch. I'm just going to go ahead and Mortar this side now, and then we can even log to defend here, and our Mortar is going to get a shot on the guards, so that is amazing, and it'll even help out with those piggies a little bit. Very nice. Let's go ahead and Skeleton Barrel the left side now, because this guy's just getting cooked. I don't even know what to say right now. Like, this guy is genuinely getting cooked. There's no better way to put it. Pretty good damage. I should probably watch my words though. I know he has those evil wall breakers, so I have to be very, very, very careful now how I play my Mortar, because my Mortar is my best counter to those cards. Let's go ahead and Little Prince on the left side, because I don't want him to play that poison on the right side and get that damage. We can play our spear goblins here. Let's play our Mortar up high, and then one of those wall breakers will connect, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world, and we will keep the EvoMortar alive for one shot. Let's go ahead and Skeleton Barrel here, and then let's play our Goblin Gang on the right side. He's going to go for that Mother Witch, which is very nice. He has to play his wall breakers defensively. We can play some spear goblins here to help out with those pigs. Then we can just go ahead and log the rest of those pigs down, and then he's going to play the miner. Let's go ahead and play our Little Prince right here so that he can't get ton of bat damage. Pretty good poison by him. I'm going to go ahead and Mortar on that one left side. Let's go ahead and Skeleton Barrel on the right side here, and then I can Fireball if he plays the Mother Witch. Let's just wait and see what he does. He's going to go for a Royal Delivery, I think. We're going to get some nice damage out of that though. Let's go ahead and play our Goblin Gang right here, again having that Fireball ready in case he Mother Witches. Okay, pretty good spear goblin damage. Let's play our Knight right here. We can go ahead and Mortar into these wall breakers. Let's go ahead and spear goblins. Let's go ahead and play a Skeleton Barrel as well. The minor poison damage is going to be something that we have to be very careful of. Let's go ahead and Little Prince here to get that 3-card cycle, and then he's going to play his bats and the Royal Delivery. We can go ahead and play our goblins here. Let's go ahead and play an EvoMortar, and let's get our EvoKnight in front as well. And then he's going to go for the bomb tower. I think he's going to be in trouble here. It's going to be pretty hard for him to defend this. And we should get a lock on tower. That should be good game. Let's give him a good game, and let's give him a good luck as well. And let's go right on into the next one. Alright, we are up against Zulag. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Let's play the Skeleton Barrel and some Spear Goblins here, and take out that Miner. Now, I know some people are saying they really want to see some Golem or Elixir Golem matchups. The only issue is I lose like 100% of those, so I'm really hoping that I can get one of those for this video. I actually haven't even played an Elixir Golem deck in a little bit, so that's always fun. But if I do get an Elixir Golem matchup, I 100% will include it whether I win or lose, just so I can show you guys. Maybe you guys can watch my gameplay and be like, Benny, you idiot, you were playing that card way wrong, or whatever. Whoa, freaking voice crack, holy man. But yeah, so if I can, I 100% promise I will include it, but I can't make any promises that I will get that matchup, so we'll see. But let's just kind of rock with it, see what we're working with here. He's got cannon and he's got minor poison, which is something I don't see very often. Now when you're playing against somebody who has Cannoneer, it's really nice to use your Spear Goblins to pressure them because they don't have the greatest counters all the time. Like, you know, they run 2 small spells typically, which is, you know, it makes sense. Like, why wouldn't they? I'm going to go ahead and Fireball here, and then I'm going to log these guys. And we might... Okay, well, if my Mortar wasn't stupid, maybe we might get some damage, but I think my Mortar's just dumb. So I don't even think we're going to get any damage out of that stupid Fireball. But anyways, what was I talking about? Yeah, you can use your Spear Goblins to really pressure Cannoneer players because they have to play a counter to it almost always. It's just like, see there, he had to play his Goblins. And they don't want to use their small spell against it all the time. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, Goblins have ADHD and we're going backwards. But because he played that poison... Man, come on. Okay. Well, I think we're going to get 1 or 2 shots out of this at least. That's still not a bad trade for us. And he had to use his log, so I'm going to go ahead and play my Skeleton Barrel. And at the very least, he'll have to use his cannon. I think he's going to be saved by double elixir. Now, I think I'm going to start playing my Little Prince on the left side because I don't really need it in the same lane as the pushes that he's doing. And I think I get a little bit more value out of it, you know, playing it a bit differently. Let's go ahead and Fireball this. Nice frickin' try, man. You are not catching me with that. Let's go ahead and log right here. Then let's go ahead and play the Mortar and the Skeleton Barrel. And alright, there's the cannon. Now the reason why we played the Little Prince on the other side, even though we didn't back it up, is just because it gives us that 3-card cycle, which is very nice. Let's go ahead and play our Goblin Gang here. And then see what he does. He's going to play that Little Prince. Let's go ahead and Fireball here. And then we can play some Spear Goblins to help out with those bats. And then we can even log here. And... hopefully our Knight takes out that 1 wall breaker. He does. Let's go ahead and play another Mortar. We got that pressure going on. Let's go ahead and play our Little Prince in the back on the left side because I want to get that cycle going. He's got his Little Prince. I think I'm going to play my Skeleton Barrel here because that'll distract the Little Prince at least for a second. And then, you know, he can't really do too much. We can play our Goblin Gang right here for that. And he's going to use the Little Prince ability. We can go ahead and log here. And then... honestly, I'm going to play my EvoMortar. Just, I don't want to risk that damage. You know, it's not worth it. And then, let's go ahead and Skeleton Barrel here as well. Play another Goblin Gang just to really keep that minor damage to a minimum. He's going to go for the wall breakers. Shoot, I wasn't expecting him to log there. That was really well played. Holy, that could have been bad if he got that shot on the tower. Okay, I think, honestly, like, I got to get some damage on this guy somehow, but I'm not too sure how. Let's go ahead and log here. And then there's the miner. So let's go ahead and play our Goblin Gang. He's going to play the poison, which is fine. And then we can go ahead and Mortar. Let's get the Skeleton Barrel going as well. Let's get the Knight in front of the Mortar. And then there's the cannon. Let's go ahead and play... let's go ahead and Goblin Gang opposite lane here, actually. You know what? Let's really mix things up on him. Let's get our Little Prince up high. Let's get another Skeleton Barrel down. Let's get our Evo Knight down here as well. And then let's go for another Mortar. And, whoa, Mortar. What the heck is that? Alright, let's go ahead and Fireball those bats. Freaking like Lord of the Rings in here. And then we can just log this, I guess. And let's get another Skeleton Barrel in there. And then let's get another EvoMortar down. Let's go ahead and play the Knight in front. Let's go ahead and Goblin Gang the opposite lane. He's going to go for the Miner there. Let's get a Skeleton Barrel in here. And let's get some Spear Goblins here. We do get a lock on tower. Come on. One more shot, please. Oh, we just about got it. But oh, look at that damage on the other side. Oh, no, I shouldn't have Skeleton Barreled. No. Okay, let's get the Goblin Gang down, please. 6, 5. Oh, we're going to get the Skeleton Barrel damage, maybe. Let's log. And come on. Good game. Holy, that was a close match. Holy crap. Let's give him a good luck. That was scary, man. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's go ahead and Skeleton Barrel here. He played his Zap to cycle, so... let's go ahead and just kind of wait here. Okay, he has to play his arrows as well. I'm going to go ahead and Goblin Gang. Typically, these decks have 2 light spells, and then they have something to kind of deal with Swarm. So, alright, he's got guards, he's got arrows, and he's got Zap. I'm not too sure what deck this is. Voice crack. Holy, I guess Benny's going through puberty here. It looks like we could be playing Graveyard. Okay. Well, that's interesting. We're probably just gonna have to let the Little Prince go down, unfortunately. But we can go ahead and play our Bomber right here, and then he's gonna go for the bats. So let's go ahead and do this here, and then let's play our Goblin Gang right here, and let's go ahead and log that Bomber down, and let's get our Little Prince down just to be safe. And okay, there we go. I said log that Bomber down, but I meant that Bowler. He used his zap, so he has arrows, so I don't want a skeleton barrel quite yet. Just kind of want to wait and see. This is definitely graveyard, which is not an easy matchup. He's going to start the witch and back. I'm going to switch lanes. We want to save our poison for the graveyard. Man, how does he have so much elixir, man? That is crazy. If he uses a zap here, then we can use our knight and goblin gang. Okay, so now we can just play our goblin gang here, and he should be in a bit of trouble because he's going to have to take that mortar damage. He's probably going to bowler on the right side. And so let's go ahead and skeleton barrel on the left. There's the bowler. And then we'll just kind of wait. We don't have a great counter for the bowler, unfortunately, but that's okay. Get some really good damage there. We're going to have to play our little prince on this bowler, unfortunately. But if we're quick and we play our EvoMortar, then if he plays the giant opposite lane, then our little prince might survive and help out with the giant. Let's get the bomber here. And then let's even just log this witch, just to kind of stagger her a little bit so that we can get more damage down on her. There are the arrows. And then let's wait a second. Let's go ahead and skeleton barrel. There's the giant. Let's go ahead and play the mortar here. And then we can use our evil bomber, because if he uses his arrows, he's in more trouble. So let's go ahead and evil bomber right here. And then let's get the... Alright, we're gonna have to play a poison defensively, unfortunately, here. So we're gonna have to use everything else to take out the graveyard. But I think that we're in a good enough position here that we can play our goblin gang. Then we can just log. And we should still be up in damage after this. Yeah, okay, we're okay. And then let's go ahead and mortar here. Now that he doesn't have evil bats, it's going to be a little bit different. And then we can skeleton barrel for some chip damage, hopefully. And let's just wait. Let's go ahead and play the little prince up high, honestly. And then let's play our evil bomber right here. Let's go ahead and poison on defense, if that would play. And then we can just wait. Let's go ahead and play our EvoMortar here to pull. And then... okay, let's log here. Man, that one bat is annoying. He messed up with his bats play, though. Let's go ahead and play our knight here. Then let's go for our skeleton barrel. Then let's play our little prince right here. And then let's go for the mortar. Let's go ahead and pop the little prince ability. Let's get the bomber right here. Let's log all of this. Let's get the knight up high, goblin gang on the other side. Let's get our poison, hopefully. Let's go ahead and poison defensively. And then, okay, what we want to try to do maybe is get like an evil bomber connection. Let's go ahead and evil bomber here. Okay, he went on the wrong thing. That's great. There's one hit, there's two hits. That's going to be game. So let's go ahead and log and poison. Let's give him a good game. Tough matchup, but we come out with the win here. And let's give him a good luck. Alright, we're loading in. We're up against Cannoneer. That's got to be Goblin Drill, man. I feel like every time I see Cannoneer, it is always Goblin Drill. But, you know, let's just wait and see. He's going to use arrows, so that's an interesting sign. You know, you don't really see arrows with Goblin Drill. Okay, he's got Mother Witch. That's annoying. Let's just go ahead and poison that. We're probably going to have to take some pig damage. We can maybe just log just to kind of take them down, and I guess that's okay. Okay. Alright, so he's got recruits, which is always fun to deal with. Now, I think the best thing to do here is going to be cycling my goblin gang here. Then we want to keep our little prince right here in the middle. So let's go ahead and do that. And then he's going to go for the wall breakers. I'm honestly going to just have to take that damage, I think. We can go ahead and bomber right here. We'll take a little bit of skeleton dragon damage there, but that's okay. At the end of the day, I'm not super mad about that for the first time, figuring out that they're up using royal recruits. Let's go ahead and pop our little prince ability here. Mortar is going to lock on the tower. His fisherman's going to take my guardian, but that's okay because the guardian will take the fisherman down, and then we don't really have to counter him. He's going to play a Mother Witch. Let's go ahead and log here. That'll get the pig low and the Mother Witch low, so then my tower won't have to deal with it. I guess I should play a Goblin Gang here just to be safe, especially because he used his Mother Witch. Now our Goblin Gang will go and he has to counter that. Now, with the wall breakers, one of the big things is going to be having my Mortar to pull everything into the middle. That's especially when he has the evil wall breakers, which is kind of unfortunate because obviously, you know, that's not the greatest trade sometimes, but you do have to do what you got to do. Let's go ahead and poison this little prince here, and that's going to force him to have to play something else or eat a ton of damage. Okay, well that's okay. Well, I'm okay with that. And then let's go ahead and bomber here. And if we have to take some more wall breaker damage, it's not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and little prince right here. And he's gonna go ahead and split the skeleton dragons. Let's pop our knight right here. He used his arrows way too early, so we can go ahead and do this. That Evo Bomber is going to be a little bit annoying, so let's go ahead and play our Goblin Gang here, and then we can play our Evo Bomber right here to help out with the Mother Witch and those wall breakers, hopefully. Okay, good. We did take a bit of damage though, but I think we can hang in there. Let's go ahead, Skeleton Barrel this side and Mortar on the right side. He's going to play the Little Prince. I am going to poison here, just to kind of keep the pressure on him and get some damage on that tower. We can go ahead and play the Little Prince right here. And then let's play the Knight in front to help kind of keep it alive as long as possible. If we can just keep this tower, then we're in a pretty good position. Okay, let's go ahead and log here. Let's go ahead and pop the Mortar. Oh man. Okay, let's play the Knight here to distract. And then I don't think he has a spell, so I think that's going to be a good game. Holy, honestly not a fan of that one, and let's give him a good luck. Alright, we are up against Yummy. Let's go ahead and play a Mortar here. He's got Royal Ghost, so that's always fun. Okay, he messed up, but I don't have a very good cycle here, so I actually don't know what to do. Let's take that Royal Ghost damage, and let's play the Knight right there on the Megaknight, I guess. And like the Royal Ghost, he's gonna get some good damage there. That was like the worst possible cycle we could have had. So, like, it really did work out in the end for him. Let's see if that, hopefully that Megaknight doesn't get a jump. Oh my goodness, that could have been bad. Let's go ahead and Mortar again. Honestly, like, it's pretty much an even start. The damage really does balance out here. Oh, that was so tough. Like, of course, we had the worst possible starting hand to defend that Megaknight. But at the end of the day, that is our fault. You know, we should have made sure that we had a better starting hand going into that. Let's go ahead and play our Goblin Gang for this Hog Rider. And then he's going to get a hit, but he's going to have to defend that Goblin Gang. And I think his deck is, I don't want to say expensive, because I don't think it is, but I don't think it's cheap, you know. We can go ahead and Knight this Royal Ghost, and then if he pops a Megaknight on the Knight, then I can use my Little Prince. Let's go ahead and play some Spear Goblins here just to kind of pressure him and see what he plays. He's going to go for the bats, which is actually good, because I don't want him to put those bats behind the frickin' Megaknight, because that is so annoying. There's the Evo Bomber. That was a bad play. I don't know if we're locked. No, okay, we're not locked on the tower though. But that was a bad cycle for him there. Let's go ahead and play our Skeleton Barrel for the Queen again. It's a really easy way to counter the Queen, because she has to take out the Skeleton Barrel, and then it kind of delays her ability a little bit while she has to wait for it to pop. And then, like, he gets one shot with the Archer Queen, but I don't think it's going to be a two-tower game, right? So he's going to zap the Goblin Gang there, but we will get some damage because Cannoneer is cheeks. And then let's go ahead and cycle our log here, and let's play some Spear Goblins. And then we can use our Mortar to pull that Hog Rider. And then let's play our Little Prince right here. And the Royal Ghost should kind of pull towards the Little Prince. I'm okay with this at the moment. And then we can just play our Skeleton Barrel here. And he's going to pop the Queen ability. So let's go ahead and play a Goblin Gang here. Queen is going to get on the tower. Let's go ahead and use our Spear Goblins. Then let's log this Bomber. There's the Evo Bats. Let's go ahead and do this and this. And then we can pull it all together and we can Fireball. So let's go ahead and Fireball now. And then Ghost is going to go down. Let's go ahead and get a King Tower activation. Then let's go ahead and Skeleton Barrel here. And there's the Queen. Now, if we play the Evo Mortar here, and then we get an Evo Knight in front, he has to use the Queen ability, and then we're locked on the tower. Let's go ahead and play our Goblin Gang here. And let's even log it. Come on, because he's going to zap. Please don't get another hit. And that's going to be game. Holy. Alright, good game. What a weird deck. He's got Evo Zap and Tesla, which is, I wouldn't say a red flag, but, you know, not always the greatest sign, because I feel like Evo Zap, it usually means that their deck is crazy and they don't need more offense. Let's go ahead and play the Skeleton Barrel here. That'll just stop him from using that Fire Spirit to get some damage, and then he is going to have to counter the Skeleton Barrel because he's running Cannoneer, so those skeletons can kind of go to work a little bit. Let's go ahead and Little Prince right here on the back, and then... okay, I don't really want to play anything else quite yet. He's going to Archer Queen in the back, so I guess now we can go for the Mortar, because then he's going to have to use the Archer Queen ability if he doesn't want the Archer Queen getting locked onto, or he'll have to play something else, which is good. Now we can just kind of wait. Okay, there's the Archer Queen ability, which is an interesting play to say the least, and then let's go ahead and play the Knight right here. just to kind of tank and take out that Archer Queen. I guess that we probably shouldn't have. We probably should have let that knight cross the bridge, but whatever. Let's go ahead and cycle the Skeleton Barrel here just to kind of get that going. And then let's go ahead and start our little prince in the back. He's probably going to play Fire Spirit for that. Okay, he's going to play his arrows. Now, I have to guess that he's going to play his Tesla for this Mortar. So let's do this, and let's go for the Goblin Gang right in front. There's the Tesla. He's going to play that Evo Zap, but I think no, actually, the Evo Zap's going to fully counter everything. Oh my goodness. He would have been in so much trouble there if he didn't have that Evo Zap. That's too bad. But we baited it out so he doesn't get to use it on offense, which is good at least. Let's go ahead and play our Knight here, and then if we play our Skeleton Barrel, I'm not sure if he has arrows in rotation. So why don't we go for that, and then maybe he might play his Archer Queen, and we can play our Mortar again. There's the Archer Queen, and he's going to have to use the Archer Queen ability early again, because now we're locked onto it. And he's going to play Tesla. I'm not even sure if that's in range of the Mortar. Yeah, he messed that up pretty bad. Let's play our Spear Goblins here, and let's even log. And, okay, the Archer Queen doesn't go down, which is too bad, but that could have been some nice damage there if that had worked out. Let's go ahead, and let's play our Goblin Gang here just to cycle, and then let's go for another Mortar. And let's play our Skeleton Barrel as well. He's going to go for the arrows. Let's play our EvoKnight right in front now. And then there's the Tesla. Let's go ahead and play our Spear Goblins here. And let's wait and see what he kind of does on that side. Let's go ahead and let's play an EvoMortar on this side now. And let's play the Goblin Gang in front. And then, nice, that is down. I think that's going to be a lock on tower. Let's get the Knight in front. There's the Tesla. We can play our little Prince for this side. He's going to use that Evo Zap again, but we are going to get some really nice damage on that left side. Then let's go ahead and cycle the Skeleton Barrel. And now let's just kind of wait, because we don't want to go too aggressive. Let's play our Spear Goblins here. He's going to go for the Graveyard. He's probably going to use his arrows, so let's go ahead and get the Knight right in front here. And that'll tank some Skeletons, but also the Evo Knight. And then we can just log, and that's going to be defended pretty well. Let's go ahead and play a Mortar. Actually, it didn't defend well. That did not work out well. There's the Queen. He's probably gonna have to pop that Queen ability, so let's go ahead and wait here. Let's cycle, actually, okay, let's Evo Knight right here to keep the little Prince alive. Then let's cycle our Goblin Gang on the right side, and then let's go ahead and get a Mortar down, and then let's play the Spear Goblins on this side. And let's go ahead and Skeleton Barrel on this side as well. He's going to play that Tesla. Let's pop the Little Prince ability. And then that way, it'll just kind of force him to keep playing counters. There's the Evo Knight. Let's play our Goblin Gang on this side. And then let's actually Evo Mortar on this side as well. Let's really keep that pressure up. There's the Tesla. Let's go ahead and play our Knight in front. And let's pull that Evo Knight. And let's get our little Prince down, because we're going to need help taking that Evo Knight down. And then let's go ahead and Skeleton Barrel on the left. Ooh, those goblins are going to get on my tower. I don't want that. And then, okay, let's actually Fireball right here, just to kind of help out. We can play our Spear Goblins right here. We can play our Knight up for the Archer Queen. Then let's go ahead and log, just to cycle and take out that Graveyard. Pretty good defense. Go ahead and play another Skeleton Barrel. If we can just keep cycling those Skeleton Barrels onto the tower, we should be okay, because that'll at least give us some chip damage, hopefully. And then, you know, we can fully counter everything. He is going to spam these Graveyards out, though. Let's go ahead and log. We have to be very careful of the Evo Zap. Let's go ahead and pop our Little Prince ability. Then let's wait for the Evo Knight to lock on. Then let's Fireball. Let's log here. And then there's the Evo Zap. So let's go ahead and log. There's the arrows. We'll play the Goblin Gang. And that's going to be a win. Let's give him a good game, because he played that pretty well. He held in there. And let's give him a good luck. Alright, you guys, next matchup. This guy has Night Witch, which means I'm going to lose this. If we win, it is a miracle. He's got frickin' Megaknight as well. Like, what the heck is going on? Let's go ahead, pop that little Prince ability. We're not going to get it out in time. We just got starting handed so bad. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Man, I hate people like this. This is so toxic. Okay, well, I want to beat this guy so bad, because that was annoying. I hate people who starting hand like that. He just hit us with that Night Witch off the start, and then hit us with that frickin' Megaknight at the bridge, which is so crazy. Let's go ahead and pop a Mortar here. Keep the pressure on him, because I bet you that this guy is brain dead and is going to do something that just doesn't make sense, like playing a witch there. Yeah, I have no words for somebody like this, honestly. Let's go ahead and Spear Goblins, and then we're probably going to have to log here, because the Spear Goblins aren't really great at taking the witch out, because they kind of die pretty quick. So let's go ahead and log here. And then there's the Night Witch, so we already know what's coming, but this time we have Knight in rotation. Let's go ahead and Little Prince in the back, and then we want to kind of pull the Night Witch's bats away with the Goblin gang. So let's go ahead and let's play the Knight here, and then let's play the Goblin gang here, and that should be defended pretty easily. There's the Rage. Nice try, buddy. Like, I saw that coming from a mile away. There's the arrows as well. He went in pretty deep there, so let's go ahead and play the EvoMortar, and let's see if he can defend. There's the mini P.E.K.K.A, which is not going to work. Let's pop the Little Prince ability here, see if we can keep the Little Prince alive. We do. That's going to be a connection onto the tower, and probably tower down. I'm not really sure how he's going to be able to defend that. Very nice. I am happy with that, man. And then we can Skeleton Barrel opposite lane because that Night Witch is going to go down. So, you know, that's what happens when you starting hand, man. You get that false confidence because you think that you're going to be able to do something here, and then it just doesn't work out. Let's go ahead and Goblin gang opposite lane, and then let's play our Spear Goblins here to help out with this Megaknight. Let's go ahead and Knight right here, and the Evo Knight should be able to kind of fully counter everything there. Let's go ahead and play our Little Prince just to be safe, and then we can log this Witch. Nice try with that lightning, buddy. Like, not happening. Let's go ahead and play the Mortar here, and then let's go for a Skeleton Barrel in front just to keep it alive. And there's the mini P.E.K.K.A, so let's go ahead and play our Spear Goblins here just to kind of, you know, help out a little bit. Then I'm going to log just to disrupt the mini P.E.K.K.A, which is going to let us get another shot on tower, which is very nice. I'm going to Fireball this Night Witch, get rid of that, and let's play the Knight in front. And that is going to be good game. Next matchup, let's go ahead and Skeleton Barrel off the start. He plays Tombstone, so we're either playing... Okay, we're playing Lava Hound again. What the heck? Okay, I mean, it could also be like Skeleton King something maybe, but I think this might be Lava Hound, which is kind of gross. I would Mortar, but you don't really want to Mortar when they have the Tombstone down. But we do have the Knight going, so that should pull the Skeletons, and then the Mortar should lock onto the Tombstone, so that will be okay. And he did use his Zap. Let's go ahead and play our Goblin gang here for that balloon, and that will also help out with the Inferno Dragon, I believe, unless the balloon shots take out the Spear Goblins. So let's just kind of wait. Let's go for our Little Prince just to be safe, and then I'm just gonna wait a second. Let's wait and see. Let's go ahead and Skeleton Barrel. He's probably gonna Skeleton Dragons or Tombstone for that, but if he's running Zap, it's either arrows or Fireball that his spell is, so you know that can be good for us in a sense. Let's go ahead and play our Knight here for the Skeleton Dragons to kind of kite them, and then let's go ahead and play another Mortar, and if he plays that Tombstone, I can Spear Goblins the opposite lane. There's the Inferno Dragon. Let's go ahead and play our Spear Goblins here, see if we can bait out his spell. There's his arrows, and so, okay, so I think we have a pretty good idea of what his spells are now. Let's go ahead and play our Goblin gang here, and if he zaps, then I'm gonna go for a Skeleton Barrel, or Skeleton Barrel as soon as the Inferno Dragon is low. So let's do that. There's his Tombstone. I think we can pretty comfortably start a slow push now. If he Lava Hounds, I'm gonna Evo Knight the opposite lane, and then I'm gonna Evo Mortar the same lane. So that would be a mistake if he Lava Hounds here. Let's just wait and see what he does. Okay, there's the Lava Hound. Let's go ahead and Mortar, and then let's go ahead and Knight this side, and let's get our Spear Goblins down just to be safe. And we're gonna get some really good damage going now. He's gonna play the Barbarians on the opposite side. Not a big deal. Little Prince is gonna really fire down on that Lava Hound, which is good. And then we can just play our Goblin gang here to help kite. And that's gonna be tower down on that side, which is very good. I'm happy with that. I could Mortar, but there's the balloon. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this, and then let's Little Prince, and we can Fireball everything in a second. Let's just wait. There's the Evo Zap. Now let's Fireball, and that's going to be pretty defended. Let's go ahead and do this here, and then we can log, and let's pull them with the Knight. And we want to save our Little Prince. We don't want to play it too early or anything. There's the balloon, so let's go ahead and pull the balloon using our Mortar, and then we can just Fireball. But that's going to be a good game. Either Lava Hound or it's like Lumber Loon or something. I'm not too sure. So let's just kind of wait and see. We don't want to be too aggressive and then have him do like one frickin' balloon push and take our tower. So let's go ahead and play the Knight here. I want to save my Goblin gang because that is my air defense at the moment. And then maybe we can go for a Skeleton Barrel. He's going to go for the Skeleton Dragons. I could have Fireballed them, but I didn't really want to. If he ignores those Skeletons, then we're going to get some really good damage out of them. Alright, and then let's go ahead and play our Goblin gang here just to kind of help defend. He's going to go for the Lava Hound, so I'm going to go for my EvoMortar really aggressively here. Then he's going to play that Bomber, which is not a very great play. I guess it will kite a little bit, but let's go ahead and play our Spear Goblins here. He's going to have to play Inferno Dragon, I think. Okay, he's going to snowball, so let's go ahead and play our Little Prince here, and then we can just wait. Let's go ahead and play our Skeleton Barrel to distract that Inferno Dragon when it changes its aggro, and then... Oh, the Little Prince is on the Inferno Dragon, which is so nice. Alright, and then let's just kind of wait. I do want to Fireball here. I don't think we're going to get any Lava Pups, but actually we do. That works out really well. Let's go ahead and play our Mortar, and then let's go for a Goblin Gang in front. And then let's play a Skeleton Barrel as well, and just kind of wait for it to see what he does. I think I am going to Log, because that should take out the Bomber. And then we can play our EvoKnight right here for his EvoKnight. And then let's just wait. He's going to use his arrows. I'm going to go ahead and Fireball those Skeleton Dragons and everything, and that's going to be towered down, and it's going to be pretty hard for him to take that tower. So I think this is a pretty easy W, so let's go ahead and cut into the next video. Alright, I got lucky. I went up against EGOLEM, but I wasn't recording live, so we're doing a little replay action here, which is probably good, because if I was recording, my brain is not big enough to be able to handle playing EGOLEM and talking at the same time, so I probably would have got slammed. But you'll see here, like in traditional EGOLEM player fashion, he went for an EGOLEM right off the start there. He was just, you know, feeling nasty, so I went for my Goblin Gang, because my whole goal here is to try to counter this EGOLEM with as little elixir as possible while not taking too much damage, so I can kind of punish him. So I go for a Mortar here, because again, you know, it's kind of hard for EGOLEM to defend that Mortar, and of course, he's back to his EGOLEM already, so, you know, we go for the Evil Bomber lineup here. Now, if I had Spear Goblins, I honestly would have just thrown them to the left side, so, you know, if you're a little bit confused, don't worry about it. But one of the things when you're playing against EGOLEM is using that Little Prince ability to your advantage is very important. Now this guy gets a ton of damage using his frickin' Evil Bomber, but I saw him play his Zap, so in my mind I'm thinking, okay, let's go for the Skeleton Barrel. We might be able to get some damage there, and then he has to use his arrows, and we're going to take this tower. Now truthfully, I probably shouldn't have played my Mortar there. I think that everything I had on that tower would have taken it, so a better play would have been playing the Mortar on the opposite side. So if you're playing EGOLEM and you're in a similar situation, you know, hopefully you guys can learn from my mistake. And now I needed to cycle something, so I played my Goblin Gang in the opposite lane. I was hoping he would play something because I didn't want him to pump, but he gave me that damage anyways, and that's okay with me, because honestly, against EGOLEM, I'm almost guaranteed to lose a tower. So in my mind, I was like, okay, if I can take 2 towers, I'm sure I can defend at least 1 tower. So, you know, getting that damage is good, and I'm just trying to keep the pressure up on this guy while not really overcompensating or overplaying. I played my Bomber here, and of course, you know, I messed up my placement, but it actually works out, because you'll see here, Skeleton King is in one side, and the EGOLEM's in the other side, and you always want to have your Little Prince going in the same lane as the EGOLEM. That is, like, the most important thing, because your Little Prince ability counters it fully, and when they split like this, you want to put your Knight on the same side as the Skeleton King, and then you use your Little Prince ability to take out the EGOLEM, and that's also, like, kind of like your tank. So that helps a lot. And then I go for my Evil Bomber here and my Goblin Gang on the other side, because I saw he used his spells. We're just going to Log here to, you know, take that EGOLEM down, and I want to prevent that Evil Bomber from getting damage. But a really easy defense here, and at this point he's given me so much value out of all of those EGOLEMs that I can really start to counter push and, you know, press my advantage a little bit. And every time we throw a Skeleton Barrel in the opposite lane, it stops him from using arrows offensively, or at least that's my goal. You see here, he gives me so much damage on that tower that now I know I've pretty much won. But, you know, you want to use your Skeleton Barrel to your advantage. So a couple different ways you can do that. You can use your Skeleton Barrel to take out the bats. If you just place it in front of the bats, it pops, and then the bats go away, and then the skeletons kind of slow down their push. And then the other thing is using it offensively to bait out their spells so that you can use your Goblin Gang safely to defend. But anyways, guys, here's a win against EGOLEM. I promised you I would try to get it in this video, and I did, and I gave him a little toxic emote because I am mean to EGOLEM players, but, you know, I'm glad we got it. Alright, you guys, I have another replay for you guys because I beat Logbait, which is a deck that I honestly barely ever see. And you can see here, this guy's running a modified version of Logbait, so it's a little bit different than the traditional, you know, Goblin Gang and Goblin Barrel and all of these random ass cards. But this is it's close because he's using poison, but he's running arrows as well, which is a little bit different, and also Firecracker, which is just flat out weird. So I thought I would show you guys this one. Now, when you're playing against Logbait, honestly, one of the biggest tips I can give you guys is using your log in a smart way, and that doesn't necessarily always mean using your log to take out a Goblin Barrel, especially if you guys are running the Fireball version of Mortarbait. You'll see here I'm not, but you know, a lot of the time I will play my log to take out the Goblin Barrel. That's true, 100%. But if they're giving you like a ton of value, almost trying to bait out your log, sometimes it honestly does make sense to fight for the bait, if that makes sense, and go for it, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. Now he's running Cannoneer, and when you're playing against somebody with Cannoneer, honestly, you should be like celebrating, because you just have so much to deal with the Cannoneer and get damage. So you see here, I get so much damage with my Skeleton Barrel on that one side. He goes for that really aggressive Firecracker, which kind of sucks, so we'll just log this Goblin Barrel, and then I try to get my Little Prince on the Firecracker, but you know, this guy's too smart for me, so I'm not able to get it, which is too bad, but that is okay. So we already have the King Tower activation, which anytime you're playing against Firecracker, you definitely want, and I used my Goblin Gang to kind of slow down his Goblin Gang on the one side and also counter that Firecracker. So overall, not a terrible defense, and probably not the best, but definitely not the worst for 3 Elixir. And then we're just going to kind of play it safe, because against Logbait, again, they'll really punish you. Like if you see here, if I were to go for like a Mortar and my Skeleton Barrel, it wouldn't be that hard for him to punish me. But because he played his EvoKnight in the back, I'm like, okay buddy, like you just messed up. So I go for my EvoMortar here because I know he can't kite it. He plays the Evo Firecracker, and remember, patience is a virtue, okay? So I'm okay with taking a little bit of Firecracker damage. Against Logbait, it's rare that they're going to take 2 towers, and I'm just going to, you know, leave that, and then I play my Bomber to take out that push there. Unfortunately, you know, I don't get any damage out of my EvoMortar, which is depressing because I was licking my lips there expecting to get an absolute smackdown on that tower. We didn't get it, but that's okay. So we're just going to cycle those Skeleton Barrels, because a lot of the time what you will notice is that people have a lot of trouble playing against your Skeleton Barrel, and they're going to play like weird counters to it. So they might try to pull it with a building, they might have to use their spell. You know, there's a lot of different ways that they can play it here. I go for a really nice Evo Bomber lineup here on that Firecracker to get some, you know, the Goblin Gang down as well as the Firecracker and the double bounce. Oh my goodness, that Firecracker was just smoked. Now I forgot that I had the King Tower activation, so I played my Goblin Gang to take out that one Goblin, but I really didn't need to. And at this point, it's pretty much in the bag. Pretty easy win. You know, when you're playing against Logbait, the best thing you can do is just play it as you go. There isn't like a setup way to do it. You just play slow, you react, and then you counter push. It's kind of just, it's simple, you know. It's a simple way to go about it. Alright you guys, this is probably the most important replay that you can watch in this entire video, and it is against Hog Earthquake. Now, again, I wasn't recording for this, but I'm kind of glad because I want to talk you guys through how I'm playing this. So as soon as I see Firecracker, like immediately I'm thinking there's a good chance I'm playing against Hog Rider. This guy is running Fire Spirit and Guards, which is a little bit of a different version than the Goblins version, but you know, it's close to the same. And he goes here for a really crazy prediction log. I honestly didn't expect that this early. So you see here, you know, of course, in the first 30 seconds, they play a Hog, they get 2 hits, they have 1,000 damage, and he's sitting here feeling pretty good about himself, and rightly so. You know what, honestly, I was in a bad position here, and it just keeps getting worse for me for a little bit. Like, it just doesn't go well at the start, but when you're playing against Hog Rider, especially when they have Earthquake, you want to change lanes up on them as much as possible. So you'll see here, I am going to Little Prince in the same lane that he's playing as Hog Rider, and then I'm going to Mortar opposite lane. And I don't know why, but that blows their minds. They can't handle it. You'll see here, he played his Valkyrie there, so now he has to kite my Mortar, and then he plays his Earthquake, but now he's not getting that Earthquake damage on the tower that he has the Hog Rider damage on. And my Little Prince, anything he plays to kite the Mortar, the Little Prince is going to slowly take out, and it slows down my Little Prince, so he can't Hog Rider the entire time that Little Prince is there. And you know, I saw him use his log, so I went for a little Goblin Gang to pressure. Feel free to do that as much as you want, but you want to really change up the lane on these guys. That is like the most important thing that you can possibly do. Other thing that's most important, I mean, there's 2 important things that you need to do, is get King Tower activation. Apparently I suck at Clash Royale, so I missed it here, but make sure that you guys aren't like me and you're getting a King Tower activation every single chance you get, okay? That is super important. Now he plays the Valkyrie there. I'm like, okay, free Evo Bomber damage there. I will take that any day of the week. And all of a sudden it's looking pretty even. So I go ahead and Little Prince, and I'm using my Mortar to pull. I know that I can get an EvoMortar shot out of that because he's kind of low on Elixir. And, you know, we get some nice damage, and his Hog Rider is going to get 2 hits here, which is honestly a crime. I feel like maybe logging it made it get 2 hits, but that is okay. So we go ahead and Skeleton Barrel, and again, I'm playing my Skeleton Barrel every chance I get, because if I play my Skeleton Barrel and he logs it, I can use an easy Goblin Gang to defend. And if he doesn't log it, then I mean, I'm getting really nice chip damage. So it's a win-win situation for me no matter what. So we're going to Mortar here because, again, we're trying to kind of change things up on him. And as you can see here, we're mortaring the left side because he had all that damage on the right, but he's starting to get some really good damage on the left. So we kind of have to play it safe. But again, one thing I will say as well against Hog Cycle is when you start to out-cycle them really well, that's when you can maybe start playing Mortar in the same lane. So you know, just pay attention to that. If you feel like you're really outcycling them, don't be afraid to mortar in the same lane, but typically you want to change it up as much as you can. That's why I'm playing the Goblin gang in the right side, again, is just to keep them pressured on opposite sides. It's going to go for the Hog Rider, so I go for a really far mortar to avoid that Earthquake, and then I'll just log to interrupt the Hog. Then we can even play our Knight to take out that Valkyrie, and he's going to go for a Firecracker, which is honestly depressing, and I try to go for an Evo Bomber lineup here, but of course it goes for the Valkyrie, like why wouldn't it? And then it goes for the Fire Spirit, like honestly really well played by him. But we get some nice damage with our Skeleton Barrel, and we get the poison down, and at this point I'm thinking, okay, you know what, we might have this win here. Goes for an aggressive Firecracker, so of course I'm going to log it as soon as I can, because you don't want to get that value. And when you play the Mortar in the bridge here, play a card to the right, and almost always they play a building to the right. I don't know why, I think it's because they think it's a safer spot to play it, and then, you know, you catch them lacking, and of course I get a lineup here, and I get a lock on tower, and that is going to be a win, and that is purely because I changed lanes from the very first one that he started in. So really good replay, really important to keep in mind. If you're playing against Hog Cycle, don't be afraid to change lanes up on them. Looks like he's got Dark Prince and Barbarians. I'm not too sure what we're rocking with here, but we do have the Knight going. I would say, whoa, okay, he's got Egiant. This is actually good. Okay, when you're playing against Egiant, pull like this. If you haven't seen my Mortar tutorial video, wink wink nudge nudge, I go over why you're doing this, but basically you'll see here my Mortar's shooting on the opposite lane, and that Egiant is getting cooked right now. So that is very nice, and that is like the perfect example. And now one of the things you want to make sure you're doing is you aren't playing everything at once. You see there I had the little prince. There was no reason for me to Goblin gang or anything, and if I didn't have my little prince, I would literally only play my Spear Goblins, and that is it. And I know it seems like it's not enough to counter Egiant, but trust me, Egiant actually has like no HP. It's just really dangerous when it gets on your tower because it interrupts everything. So don't play too much. What is this deck? Okay, Ram Rider. Let's go ahead and pull out the Mortar again. See, like we're already at an EvoMortar because this guy's is just weird, letting us pull everything. But yeah, you know, you don't want to play everything at once, because if they pull everything in with that Tornado, if I'm assuming they most likely are running Tornado, then you know, that's when you get cooked, because you get outcycled by Egiant, which is crazy to say because it's freaking Egiant. But you know, play your cards slowly, play them, you know, one at a time. Allow your Mortar and your towers to do the damage that is needed, and trust me, you guys will be okay. It's when you start to panic and spam that you're going to run into trouble. Now he's going to get some damage with that Barbarian. I didn't want to play my Evo Knight there though, because that just felt wrong. We are back to our Mortar, which is very nice. Another thing that you want to make sure you're doing against Egiant is make sure you're playing your little prince to the right here if you're going to be pulling them to the left, because the Egiant guy typically runs Mortar, which is pretty stupid if you ask me. But I mean, not Mortar, sorry, Lightning. They usually run Lightning, and you know, you want to be careful of that. Our Mortar decided to shoot the Egiant. I'm not too sure why, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and log here, and then let's pull that with our Mortar again. You'll see here, very easy pull, and I'm just going to play my Spear Goblins, and I'm going to leave it at that. Let's play our Knight here to keep everything alive, but I'm not playing my Goblin gang yet, because, whoops, oh my goodness, I didn't expect that Ram Rider to jump, but I should have. That was my bad. That was a stupid mistake, honestly. Let's go ahead and let that Mortar just do its thing, and let's go ahead and play a Skeleton Barrel. We do get the shot on the tower, so that's going to be a good game. Not an EGOLEM matchup, you guys, but we got what we were looking for with a different type of deck, because we're only playing cycle decks and ladder at the moment. So, you know, let's go on to the next one. Alright, let's see what we can get here. Let's go ahead and Spear Goblins right here at the bridge. He's got Bandit, so let's play the Mortar in the middle. I don't have the greatest counter. Truthfully, I probably should play the Mortar a little bit closer to the Bandit. We didn't need to log there, but I just wanted to be safe. Damn, okay, we're looking like a fool right here off of this start, but that's okay. We can rock with this. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. He's going to pump, so I am going to Fireball. Now, you know what? Honestly, I have a bit of a dilemma lately, because I feel like you have to Fireball the pump, or else you're going to get absolutely cooked. But a lot of the time, it's really hard to have a good elixir trade against a pump, because you'll see here, he gets 2 elixir just from the pump in general, and then he's going to get elixir again when the pump dies. So it's a bad elixir trade for me to Fireball the pump, but if I leave the pump, I'm in so much trouble. Like, there's nothing I can do, you know? So it's a bit of an issue. This is definitely like a bridge spam deck. He might pull out 3 Musketeers to kind of surprise me. Let's go ahead and play the Knight there. I saw that poison coming from a mile away. No way. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we just locked onto the Ice Golem. We're going to take some damage here, but I guarantee this kid's not beating us. So, you know, he got lucky with that one, but he's not going to get lucky again. Sometimes against bridge spam decks, you know, when you're playing Mortar, you can get stuck kind of playing at their speed. And you know, you want to control the pace. That's the best way I can put it. You want to control the pace against these players. He honestly, we got some good damage out of there on the counter push. He's gonna pump. See, I'm gonna mortar here because I don't want to fireball. I want to change things up. We're gonna get a lock on tower. I am gonna log here just to kind of delay them so that maybe we can get an extra shot with our mortar. If we can get one more, that'd be so nice, but I don't think... Ooh, we are. Okay, so we've slowed it down now, and at this point I'm going to fireball the pump because I genuinely don't care. Damn, we just got caught lacking. Okay, well then, let's play our little prince here because let's start our cycle. Let's go ahead and cycle Skeleton Barrel on the back. Then let's go ahead and play our knight right here, and let's go ahead and log, and then let's fireball this side, and that should be defended. That one wall breaker will connect, but we're okay, and we have so much damage on the tower on the left side that we literally just need to play defense at this point. So let's go ahead. Whoa, I sounded like I was depressed there. I was like, we can just play defense at this point. Let's go ahead and play defensive mode. I think this guy's given up because he knows that he doesn't have to pump down, so what is he going to be able to do? Nice win. I'm glad we got some Three Musketeer gameplay. Biggest thing when you're playing Three Musketeer is make them play at your speed. Don't get stuck, you know, playing their speed. Make them play at your speed and absolutely dominate them. Slow things down if you have to, or speed things up. Doesn't matter, and go ahead and clap them.